Alright, so I just got done watching the last Die Hard movie, and I never really thought I'd be doing a video talking about the Die Hard movies because I'm not really a big like action movie guy. But when I found the two UMD movies of Die Hard 1 and 2 on PSP, and I had pressed books the other day, um, I got bored and and watched the first one, and I was like, oh, that's this is why people like the Die Hard movies. I didn't realize there were five of them. Honestly, I thought there were only the first three. To be real with you guys, but that being said, I think the first three are the only ones really worth watching, in my opinion. Not to say the other two are like horrible, but like the last one was like just it was dumb. It was just as dumb as the fourth one. The fourth one and the fifth one kind of go together because they're not really like the typical Die Hard movies. Because like John McClane, if you guys don't know Die Hard, quick rundown. John McClane is a New York police officer slash detective, whatever. Whatever. He has like multiple different like titles in the different movies, and he basically goes in and like does his thing, does like the action hero thing, basically. The first one by far is the best one. The one that takes place in the like Nakatomi building or whatever the hell it's called. I don't remember the exact name of the building. It's a Japanese owned company building, and it deals with Hans Gruber or something like that. I forget the guy's name honestly, but um, that one is actually like really good. It has a lot of like stealth aspects in it, and like well planned out things that John does. Like he outsmarts basically the bad guy's entire like team of terrorists. Because the plot of the movie basically is that that guy feels like he's owed money, and like he wants to rob that entire like building that has like hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever in it. And apparently John was there for because he got accidentally invited to that like Christmas party or whatever the frig it was. I don't know why people debate on whether or not Die Hard 1 is a Christmas movie, because I got news for you. It's a fucking Christmas movie. I don't give a crap what people say. I don't give a crap that Bruce Willis in the past has said it's not a Christmas movie. Yes, it is. God damn it! It takes place during Christmas. Sure, it didn't premiere in Christmas, like around Christmas time, but it takes place on like around Christmas, and there's like Christmas aesthetic to it. So it's a goddamn Christmas movie. All right, I'm gonna end that here and now. My opinion is the first two are definitely Christmas movies. That's like saying Batman Returns isn't a Christmas movie when that is. So anyway, so that's the first movie basically, just him outsmarting a bunch of terrorists and blah blah blah. The second movie kind of picks up where the first one left off, kind of like him and his wife like reconnected because they were going through like kind of a tumultuous time in their marriage. They were about to like break up, but then him saving her kind of brought them back together. And then the second one, she's like flying to where he is, and basically see this is where the dire movies kind of start to fall apart, because second one is good, but it's just not as good plot wise, because all it basically is another like terrorist guy that wants he wants like safe travel for this like Mexican drug cartel dude or whatever. I think that's what it was. I don't remember because I watched that one segmented because I started watching it on the UMB movie, and then like my PSP died halfway through it, and then I just picked it up when I bought the Blu-ray 5 movie collection. So my memory of that one's kind of segmented because uh, I picked it up basically like 12 hours after I started watching it. So my memory's a little foggy on that one. But basically, they wanted like him to have like safe travel, and there was like the airport security guard guy was all pissed at John for like coming in guns blazing, trying to stop the terrorists, like John does. Like that's his mo. He just goes in like fucking John Rambo and just like starts shooting all the bad guys. And the airport cop was all pissed about it, like basically the entire movie. So then like I think it was like the FBI or like something like that, or like some like military branch. I think it was the FBI if I remember right, something like that. Um, they came in and had a whole team of people. Turns out the one commander guy was actually secretly working with the terrorist the one terrorist guy, the guy that they were trying to like stop from getting everything put together at their secret like church base they had, because the base of operations was like a church they overtook by killing the deacon or the priest. I guess I don't know who it was. I don't remember. But then that was their base of operations. So turns out that guy was like part of the whole inside job. John found that out, and then there's like a whole like plane fight sequence where they're like on top of a plane, like as it's like flying. It's a crazy freaking scene, but it was pretty cool because literally like they're punching each other, beating the crap out of each other on the plane, and like they're right by the engine, and like the bad the the double crossing agent guy or whatever gets like dropped into the engine and gets like instantly like jibbed, like you just see guts flying everywhere. That was a crazy like I was like, damn, that's pretty nuts. But like the action in both the first two movies was definitely really like high octane. Like it still had that like 80s feel to it, but that one came out in like 92, I think it was, or something like that, or 91 maybe. Um, but it still had that Die Hard feel to it. And then like the end of the movie, him and his wife finally like meet up, and they're like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" Because the whole thing was the other plot point was that all the planes were stuck in the air, and they couldn't land because of the snowstorm, and all the air traffic stuff was taken down by the bad guy. Um, and as you know, when planes are up in the air, if, if they're out of fuel, what happens? It basically just engines fail. They would fall out of the sky and blow up, and everyone would probably be dead. So that was the other like that was John's reasoning for getting involved. He knew that his wife was up on one of those planes, and that's why he got involved. So that was basically the second movie. I basically just give you like the rundown. First two movies are definitely worth watching. Three for me is where it started getting kind of like dumb. Like the plots were just weird. I will say this: Jeremy Irons being in the movie was kind of cool. But honestly, I couldn't unhear Scar from Lion King. So that was kind of weird for me. I was like, is that Jeremy Irons? And I was like, yeah, it is because it sounds like Scar, and that's who it is. But the third one was just kind of odd because like it picks up a couple years after the plane stuff and like all the other things. Like it takes place in the mid 90s when it came out. Isn't that when it came out in 94 or something? And like John's like a disgraced cop off the force. They don't really explain why, and he's like separated from his wife for some reason, from Holly or whatever her name is. I think that's her name. And like they don't really explain why, like what went wrong in his like personal life. I'm guessing because of all the high octane stuff he was doing as a cop, which is putting a strain on his marriage, stuff like that. You know, typical like stuff that could happen if your job is dangerous and you're never home. And I guess that's what basically screwed up his marriage, basically screwed up his life. They weren't divorced at that point, they were separated, but basically they were on the verge of divorcing, which does eventually happen in the subsequent last two movies, which they never mention like anything about the New York stuff until like again until like the fourth movie, like midway through it. But they mention like the whole incident with that and the planes and all that stuff. Um, I don't know. I really don't know what to say about the third one. Really, like it was just like you run of the mill action film. It still felt like a Die Hard film, but it was less of like the stealthiness, more of just like going in there guns blazing. Because the whole point of that one, the main point of it was Jeremy Irons' character. I don't remember the guy's name. Basically, he was the brother of the guy from the first movie, Hans Gruber, or whatever the hell his name was. Um, he was his brother, and he was claiming that it was due to revenge that he was screwing with John, doing the whole Simon Says thing with him and Samuel L. Jackson's character, Zeus. And Zeus kind of gets roped in because he sees John kind of doing like he's doing undercover work, but he doesn't realize that because he's wearing a like a what do you call this a a poster board sign that like people wear on like streets and stuff to like advertise. I'm not gonna say what it says for obvious reasons. If you've seen the movie, you know why I'm not saying what the poster board says. But basically, it gets him in a lot of hot water with gangsters on the street for obvious reasons, and he gets like the shipping out of him, and then Zeus realizes he's undercover, and then he basically tells the people like, "Back the fuck up, back the fuck up. This guy's a cop. This guy's a cop." Like he realizes he's a cop, and then that's how he gets roped into all the like all that stuff, all the Simon Says stuff. But the Simon Says stuff, and all this is spoiler, but I'm pretty sure most of you guys watching have seen Die Hards at this point. But yeah, then like all the Simon Says stuff is a distraction for his real goal, which is to get all the gold from like underneath New York City, like this basically the secret like gold stash or like the Fort Knox of New York, because that's how they kind of like touted it. Well, one of the German soldiers was like Fort Knox or whatever, and I'm like, I guess, but like that was a whole distraction point of like setting all the bombs and stuff. The last bomb they set was supposedly in an elementary school, and it turns out it wasn't. It was a fake to distract them from their main goal, which was to get all the gold and get out of the country or city first, then country, and take all the gold and basically be scot free and have like $1 billion, basically. But of course, John realizes what's going on. He he thwarts it. That end scene is pretty cool though, because like the helicopter gets blown up by like a, I think it was a like a power line or something, or like a cable wire or something like that. Like John shoots it down like bang bang bang, and then like it just like goes like flying towards the helicopter, and then hits like the rotors, and then it like causes the helicopter like spin out and just like fucking explodes. It was like crazy. I'm like, oh my god, there's no way that would actually fucking happen. Like you can't make that good of a shot with a freaking like handgun. Like I guess you could if you're a really good shot, which I mean I guess John McClane is because he's been a cop for like what 15 years at that point, 10 years, whatever it is. And I don't know, that part was just pretty cool. I thought that was pretty neat. But then there's an alternate ending that's also on DVD. And that was just stupid. I was like, how would they make that make sense? To where the guy gets away, I don't remember the guy's name. Jeremy Irons' character gets away and like ends up in like some some German country. I forget what it is. And John tracks him down and basically blows him up with like a rocket or a bazooka or something. I don't know. It's a very weird scene. I'm sure you guys could find it if you want to watch the alternate ending. It was just weird because like basically it was John going after him because he basically ruined his career because that ending was basically implying that the government and the FBI and everybody thought John was involved in the gold heist, which is like, why the fuck would the government think he was involved? That would be stupid. Like, why would an ex cop be involved with a German terrorist that has beef with him? Obviously, like it just didn't make sense, and it was just weird. I was like, why did they bother with that? That's why they didn't use that ending. And the director or the writer that did the commentary sounded upset that they didn't go with it because he thought it worked. And I'm like, how the hell do you think that works? Like, that's not a good plot device for John. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, he would want revenge, but like, not like that. He wouldn't hunt someone down like fucking John Wick and just like fuck him up. Like he's not John Wick. He's not a fucking assassin. Alright, like I get that movie came out before John Wick, I get that, but I'm just saying I'm just comparing it to like a John Wick style thing. So the first three, the trilogy, the first the first three were good movies. I really did enjoy them. If I didn't enjoy the first one, I wouldn't have bought the Blu-ray set. I do want to get it on 4K. The first one. I don't think any of those are on 4K, which is kind of weird for me, or weird to me, I should say. Um, but yeah, I really liked the first one. The first one was really good. It has that nice action 80s feel to it. It felt like a really stealthy another stealth movie, kind of like Rambo, but more high octane, just hostage situations, stuff like that. I thought that was really neat. So the first three were actually really good. The first two were the best. Three, three, four, and five, I think are the weakest ones, to be honest. Four and five, I don't really have much to say because they're not. I don't want to say they're not Die Hard movies, but to me, they're not Die Hard movies. Like, sure, Bruce Willis is tied to it, and he's playing John McClane, but they don't. They don't have the essence of Die Hard. Like the only thing about them that's Die Hard is John McClane. Like the fourth one, for instance, it's literally about a guy trying to like shut down the infrastructure of America and the government and stuff because the government basically like gave him a middle finger. It was like, oh, we don't like the changes to the CIA security. So he's like ex CIA or whatever, and like he's pissed at the government, and he like shuts down the entire like infrastructure of the government by hacking and all that stuff, and then he like starts draining all the bank accounts, all that stuff. Basically, basically just shutting down everything remotely. Like it's a it's a generic like modern action movie with like very little to do with Die Hard. The only thing Die Hard about it is, like I said, John McClane, and basically the only reason he gets roped into it is because he goes to find one of the hackers that ends up working with John to stop this guy. But then John really gets roped into it when his daughter gets kidnapped. Near the end of the movie, mind you. This is what's really stupid about it. His daughter gets kidnapped near the end of the movie. You see his daughter in the first like 10 minutes of the movie. She's like making out in a car with her boyfriend or some dude. She says it's not his not her boyfriend, but like, then why the hell is she making out with him? But I guess she is in the right because like he's always like trying to like cop a feeling like there's like multiple shots of her of him just like going like this and like rubbing on her boob. It's really weird. And then like John walks up and like rips him out of the car. He's like, get out of the car. What are you doing with my daughter? And then his daughter's all pissed about it, like that she like ruined or that he ruined the moment. But I'm like, he was literally like feeling you up, and you guys were just like trying to like casually make out, like, and she's all pissed about it. And then like eventually, she's just like, oh, just stay away from me, Dad. You ruin everything, blah blah blah. And then she goes up to her apartment or wherever, and John just goes to do what he was originally supposed to do, um, which is find the hacker dude. So he goes there, finds the hacker dude. Shenanigans happen, blah 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 blah, and then eventually, the hacker dude, the main bad guy in the movie, I don't remember his name. I literally don't. That's how much little of a shit I gave about this movie. Like none of the characters' names were memorable at all. I don't even remember his daughter's name in the movie, to be honest. I will say this: Tim Russ from Star Trek Voyager was in the movie for like 5 minutes, so that was kind of cool seeing Tuvok in Die Hard 4. But yeah, just that whole movie was just dumb. Like then at the end, he saves his daughter. And she's like, "Oh my god, Daddy, I love you so much. Oh my god." Oh, he's like, "Oh, I love you too, baby girl. Oh my god." They're all like hugging and then like the good hacker guy is like, "Did she change him?" Like her like his daughter and that guy are like coming onto each other. It's super weird and like forced. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, why have that at the end? Like, we're gonna see them again, which you don't in the fifth movie. he mentions his daughter like once in the entire movie. But the fifth movie, the final movie, um, deals with John going to Russia on vacation, he says. But I believe that he looked at a file on his son or something, and he thought his son was still there or something. Or he was there to like find something. I don't know. It was very vague, but he was basically there on vacation, as he put it. But like, why would you go to Russia for vacation? But whatever, John McClane, you do you, bro. Um, but anyway, basically, then he runs into his son, Jack, who he finds out is a spy for the government, trying to get back this Russian like diplomat guy or whatever, and all this other jazz. Turns out the Russian diplomat guy is actually a bad guy, trying to get like nuclear, like uranium and stuff like that, like basically nuclear weapons with his daughter and do something with him. I don't know what the hell they were gonna do with him. Like they never said what the point was. Like what the whole point was of them being like getting that stuff. Like I don't know. It was that movie was just weird. Like the fifth movie was just dumb. It just felt like they were trying to like give John a reason to like interact with his son and like try to build a bond with him, which they do at the end of the movie, and it's like it's almost like they were gonna do other movies with both of them. But I think it did so fucking bad that they were like, well, never mind, it bombed so bad. So yeah, we're not gonna bother with that. So I would assume it did bad. I don't know. And plus a lot of the action in the movie, it just went on way too damn long. Like a lot of the scenes were just like bang 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 for like 30 minutes. It's like damn. Is this like the entire movie? Like I don't want to go back to John Wick, but like at least with John Wick movies, all of them pretty much, especially the first one. At least like all the gunplay and like shooting and stuff was interspliced with like actual like martial arts and like gun fu and stuff. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of cool stunts and stuff in the Die Hard movies with the cars and stuff, like flipping around, blowing up and shit. Like that stuff's crazy, but it's like, yeah, explosions don't make a good Die Hard movie. What made a good Die Hard movie is just John like planning his attack, outsmarting people, not just running in like fucking Rambo or like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando, and just being like invincible to like 3,000 bullets being fired at him from like a helicopter or like a fighter jet firing a missile at him or whatever. And like I think that was the fourth one that was in. Where they like shot a missile and like he survived it. It's like, yeah, I get it's a movie, but like, come on, man. Like, some of that stuff is just like, you're just doing this to pad out the runtime, man. So I don't know. I enjoyed them for what they were, but the last two were not good Die Hard movies. Which the funny thing is, earlier yesterday when I woke up and before I my wife and I did the video about my channel, the Die Hard movies were actually on TV. 3, 4, and 5 were. So that was kind of funny. I was like, really? They're showing. Why did they start with 3? Like, why not do 1 and 2? Like the two good ones. I don't know. It's just it's weird for me, like to like actually get into the Die Hard franchise when it's been around since what I think it was 88 when the first one came out. And I don't honestly I before a couple of days ago I don't think I ever watched any of them. I know I've seen scenes of like John in the vent in like the first Die Hard where he's like crawling in the vent and stuff. I've seen that, but honestly, I had no idea what movie it was from. I just knew it was a Bruce Willis movie. That's all I knew. I don't ever think I saw any of the Die Hard movies until recently. And I'm glad I did. They're really fun movies. And shout out to my wife for buying the movie set and the two UNDs. Because without her buying those, I couldn't have watched them because they're not streaming anywhere. None of the streaming services I have them. Which is weird because it's a 20th Century Fox movie, and 20th Century Fox stuff is owned by Disney. As far as I know, they're not on Disney Plus unless I missed them. But I don't think they're on streaming. I know the first one has been on Tubi before, I think. But that was like way before I gave a crap about even like remotely checking them out. And honestly, like I said at the start of the video, I only checked them out because I was bored and there was nothing on TV to watch, and I didn't feel like playing anything on my PS5. So I was just like, oh, what the hell? I'll throw on Die Hard on my PSP. And I actually really enjoyed it. I was like, damn, now I get why people like this movie. It's a really good 80s action movie. And I'm really glad I actually sat down and watched it because now I see why people enjoyed those first three movies. I think most people enjoy the first three. I don't know of anybody that talks good about 4 and 5. So yeah, that's just me rambling on about the Die Hard movies. Like I said, I'm not really a good movie reviewer, but I enjoy talking about movies sometimes on here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video of me just talking about the Die Hard movies. Like I said, I wasn't trying to review them. I know I missed a lot of big plot points in some of them, but once you get past the third one, there's really nothing to 4 and 5. Like they're not Die Hard movies, but I'm sure Bruce Willis still had fun doing them. And speaking about Bruce Willis, real quick, it's really shitty, like how much his health has declined over the years, and with his aphasia and whatever else. I forget what the actual thing he has is called. It's basically a form of dementia that basically robbed him of his speech and being able to communicate. But he's still alive and like kicking around, but like he can't verbalize things. It's really sad because he seemed like a super nice guy, super funny guy. I'm sure he still is funny. I'm sure he still tries to like be as positive as he can be, even though he can't verbalize. That really sucks. I mean, not not to say it never would have happened, but you never know. If this wouldn't have happened to him, who knows? I could have gotten lucky to meet him someday, but now it's never gonna happen, and that sucks because he seemed like a super nice guy, super funny guy. I mean, they got him to host SNL before, so he can take a joke. He knows how to joke around, so it seems like he would have been a nice, funny person to like interact with. But sadly, that'll never happen. Thank God he has a good support system with his family and friends and stuff like that. Help take care of him in his later years. Because it's really nice to see and sweet to see that, like his ex-wife and current wife, his ex-wife being Demi Moore, and his current wife, I don't remember her name, but it's really nice to see that they kind of blended their families together and are rallying behind him and helping take care of him. It's really nice to see that. And I don't know, I just wanted to mention that at the end of this video. So I love you, Bruce, and I love your movies. Your movies are super cool. And I'm glad I watched Die Hard movies. Last two, not so much, but the first three were pretty good. I really enjoyed them. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the Die Hard movies. Did you guys like them? Let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, all the good stuff. Anyway, that'll do it for me today. This has been Rolling with Kevin, and I'm rolling out. Peace. Thank you all for watching this video. If you did like it, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, click the bell button for all notifications so you get notified if I go live, post a video, post on my community page, or anything like that if YouTube does notify you. Sometimes it doesn't always do it, but hopefully it does for you guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much for supporting my Patreon. Shoutouts go to my patrons, Sonny Silva, Catfish Cat, Lee Fernay, Team Dale, Elliot Scott, Mac and Dude, Preliab, Harry Fernandez, William Scott, AJ Gottawa, Oliver Frederick, Lynn Ernhorn, Marcus Malahi, Brianna, Nuclear Reactive Man, Rebecca H., Just Good Enough, Gorgon Koluskovic, Justin M. Daggins, Daniel Childs, Patrick Oliver, and Harold Huckabee. Thank you all so much. I really do appreciate it. If you do want to support the channel, it's only $1 a month. That's all I ask. It really does help with the channel a lot to keep this going. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And this has been Rolling with Kevin, and I am rolling out.